So I want to say very quickly, going to the motherland, just moving to the motherland is not going to save people alone. And here's what I mean. You have these societies, these brotherhoods, whether it's Freemasons or whoever it is. But I hear from a lot of Africans, just from Africans themselves doing interviews, because I've been watching a lot of content with dealing with a lot of Africans and what they've had to deal with in these type of initiations and stuff. Africa is pretty much controlled by Freemasons. This is coming from them. Africa is controlled by Freemasons. So if you leave the United States and you go to Africa, it's best to know kind of what you're getting into. You got to better know somebody, because I don't know if Africa is going to be a walk in the park. And Africa is a continent. Maybe people know exactly where they want to go in Africa. Maybe it's Ghana. Maybe it's some other places. But the person, specifically the person that I hear, that I look at, and a lot of people contact this person about moving to Africa. These people might not be on the same. These people might not be in the same realm that this person is going to be in, being that this person is more on the ancestral realm. She is no longer on what you call the Gregorian time and all that stuff. She's on the ancestral realm. She's in a different earth. This person is in a different earth. So when folks want to look at her, and talk about they want to go to Africa. And I'll be specific. I'm talking about Dr. Mumby. When people, she says she's in Kenya. And the thing is, I think people look at her and she looks so peaceful and everybody just crave Africa. People don't understand that she is in a different realm, okay? She has a spiritual team, okay? So she is in the realm of her ancestors. She said in the previous video that there are two Kenyas, right? Because Kenya is controlled by Freemasons. So the other Kenya is going to be the Kenya that's on a higher frequency, right? So you're going to have a lower frequency Africa and a higher frequency, and that's for the people. It's not about having high or low energy. It's really about information, okay? It's really about information, not about having no high, because what happens if you get sick? So having high and low frequency to me is not about if you get sick or you get, it's not about that. It's about the information. To me, it's about indoctrination. It's about information. It's about all of that. How much are you indoctrinated into Babylon system, which don't have to be Caucasian people? I don't know why folks like to keep feeling like it's Caucasian people only, how much are you indoctrinated into Babylon? How much is Babylon in your heart? And how much is the real world in your heart, I'll say. How much is the real world in your heart, right? So it's not about just moving to Africa, because you can be in the United States of America and still be in a new earth. It's really about your information. It's going to be a split. It's going to be a split. Okay, so because if you elevate high frequency, which I said earlier, it's about the amount of information that you get. You're not going to be in the same. You're not going to be able to be in the same realm with the others. Okay, so it's not about just moving to a physical location. Like Dr. Mumby already said. In a couple of, actually that's the title of her video. There are two Kenyas. That's the title of her video. There are two Kenyas. There's one Kenya that's controlled by Freemasons, that's controlled by Babylon, right? So that's African. That's a place, Africa. That everybody seems like they just want to go to Africa, but Africa is controlled by the same thing that's controlling America, United States of America. I would caution going to areas like Africa. They seem a little ruthless to me. I'm in the United States of America. I get that the United States of America has its problems, but parts of Africa just seem ruthless. They seem like, God dang, they just kill out the drop of a hat. They don't care about you. You just be some places in Africa, not some places. I don't get it. I don't see it. Okay? I heard about one guy that called himself going to Africa because, brown Americans are always told to go to Africa and it'll be a better place. This man went to Africa. Now, this is a story I heard somebody tell. I think he was talking to Sonetta. I don't watch much of Sonetta, but I remember hearing this years ago, right? It was a guy speaking to him, talking about everybody trying to go to Africa. I think this person that he was describing went to Nigeria. It was a guy who moved to Nigeria, and he didn't have no job. So he was trying to find work, and they burned his butt. Like, they killed him. They burned him. Do they do that in the United States of America? I mean, United States of America had their problems, but do they just burn folks for looking for a doggone job? Like, see, you got to have your money already. A lot of times when you move to those kind of areas, you already got to have everything in place. People can come to the United States of America broke as a joke, and they find their way and they get jobs. You cannot go to those other areas like that. You already got to have everything. Even when I went to India in 2018, you can't go over there hardly looking for no jobs. Because, and this is what other Indian people told me, they're really going to be reluctant to give you a job. The most I have is a travel visa, right? A tourist visa for India. I don't have like a regular visa. I can't. It's hard to get a work visa because they saving the work for the Indians, and that's what came from other people in India. Okay, so the most I have for India is a tourist visa. Okay, and so you can't go to them places thinking it's so much better, you're going to have a good life, and you ain't got no money. They going to tear you up. They don't care. They're not giving. United States of America, honestly, has been very giving. These other countries, they're not giving. They don't care about nobody else, and they will kill you a lot easier. They don't care. Like, they don't have a conscience like that. Okay? So, anyway, I'm about to go, but, yeah, this lady, Dr. Mumby, and I don't have anything against her, because I just really started watching her channel, and I really don't want to talk about people anyway. People are who they are. I don't know anything about her, but if it's something negative about her, I don't really know, because I haven't been watching her long enough, but I don't want to just concentrate on negative stuff about folks anyway, because, I mean, everybody got something going on, and I don't want to concentrate on that. But anyway, no, she's going to be in a different realm, and people need to understand that when they looking at her and they looking like she all peaceful, they need to understand that she is in a different spiritual type of realm. She is with her ancestors. Okay, these people that's trying to come to Africa, looking at her, thinking they're going to have a life like hers, they need to know where she is spiritually. And they might not go where she's going. So they're going to eventually, spiritually, they're going to have to find their way. They're going to have to find their way spiritually anyway. Africa is not going to solve the problem. And this is not to stop nobody from moving to Africa, but I'm just saying, it seems like everybody think they're not everybody, but a lot of brown people feel like they're just supposed to go to Africa. I'm really not sure about that, because the brown people were indigenous to the whole world, right? Brown people were indigenous to the whole world. China, Europe, everywhere. Australia is definitely, brown people were indigenous to the whole world. Okay, not just this continent called Africa. Okay, so that's just an insult that everybody think they're supposed to be going there. Well, not everybody, but a whole lot of people, because that's what they're told. That's what they've been programmed to believe, that their life would be so much better if they go there. But how is it better if you're in an area that's controlled by the same people that's controlling the United States of America? How is it better? And they ruthless. They more ruthless over there. They don't care. They don't care. You know? But anyway, I gotta go, and I will talk later.